And in this particular instance, that place is a 12th century castle in Ireland. And I'm going to take you back to 2022. I had an amazing blessing and ability to go to Ireland. And I met a friend who was there, who lives over there. And one of the evenings I had been in his town, we were just hanging out, and I had to get back into Dublin. Now, I could take an Uber. They are very expensive to go between this town. It's called Swords, Swords. Beautiful little town. I highly recommend that if you're in Ireland, then you go visit this cute little town. Because I discovered it has its own castle. So there we are standing. It's a dark, rainy night. We're standing by the bus stop and going over like the bus schedules, trying to figure out if I could get one of the buses back without having to wait too long. And as we're standing there, I see through the rain and the darkness what looks to me a castle wall. And I was like, hey, is that a castle? And he kind of glanced up. He's like, yeah. Then went back to his phone looking at the timetables. And I'm thinking, well, you're kind of blasé about it. But I guess if you grow up in Ireland, you're inevitably going to have a castle in your town, I feel like. And that's what he grew up with. It was not a big deal for him. For a girl from the United States where castles are not quite so ubiquitous, I can say that word, we don't have them, basically. Very, very few, and none from the 12th century. It was something that grabbed my attention. Now, I was not able to go explore that castle during that first visit. And I was like, oh, please, Lord, let me have another chance to go back there. And if I do, I want to stay in this town. I want to explore this town, and I want to see that castle. And I don't know why. I think it was just the idea that in the middle of this modern town is a 12th century castle, like just kind of stuck there, right there in the middle. And I was like, I want to see this. And so fortunately, I was very blessed. For the next year in 2023, I got another chance to go back there. So I spent part of my trip in Swords. And the second night that I was there, I got a chance to walk down to where the castle was. And it was closed because it was later in the evening, but you could still see it, like it's twilight, and they had lights lighting it up. So I'm standing on the corner, and I'm looking at it, and I realize, wait a second, there's a stoplight right in front of this castle. The main road that goes through the middle of town, tees at the castle at a stoplight. There's literally a castle by the stoplight.